Alrighty, welcome back to another episode. In this episode, we're talking about this one. This is a not commonly shown thing for an FS7 or a FX9 camera. It's a grip relocator. Lots of people talk about it, but I haven't seen a review of this online that goes into any sort of good detail. So this handle is the standard FS7 handle, but it is missing the bar that comes with it essentially. And this adapter allows you to mount the FS7 handle onto 15mm rods, or a rosette that is on 15mm rods. And it looks a bit like that. Your normal grip extension would come out here. You unscrew that and then take this adapter apart, screw the screws in, put the adapter back together, and then you've got this thumb screw that can screw this rosette half into a rosette on the camera body. This can actually screw into the rosette of the actual camera body, but I prefer to have mine in front of the camera body just for a bit more ergonomics, because I tend to shoot off the shoulder a bit. So having it forward on some rods makes it a bit more comfortable for me. So not only does this make it quick release, you can quickly screw this into the rosette on the camera to slim down your camera build if you require. It also keeps the rotation, natural rotation adjustment of the FS7 handle and FX9 handle. So you can press the built-in release handle and rotate it for whichever way you'd like your wrist to go. This is a small rig part. I'll put the part number somewhere on screen in case you'd like to use this yourself. Personally, I didn't like the grip extension bar that comes with the FS7 and FX9. I much prefer my grips to be on rods. That way they're more stable on rods. You've got two rods going into the camera rather than just this bar going into the side of the camera. It also gives a bit more adaptability to where you can mount this. So I've got mine mounted to some 15mm carbon fiber rods that come off the top of the camera. I believe this is a Camvate rosette mount, single-sided, and it drops it up or down, whichever way you mount it, from the rods. So this is a bit offset down from the rods, which makes it a bit more comfortable. If I'm using a much longer lens and I'm more in front of the camera body, I can put some even longer rods here and move the top handle out the front of the camera even more in case I'm doing some really long lens stuff. And it's just a bit more comfortable. So if you know me, you know I'm all about ergonomics of camera, because if you're using it every day and it's not comfortable, you're doing some damage to your body, or you're just not enjoying the shooting experience as much as you could be. So yeah, making your camera more ergonomic, more comfortable, so you can shoot and enjoy it more often is what I'm about. Particularly if it's your career, you want to be comfortable working, happier working even. So this is just another way to do it, and this is how I choose to mount my top handle on the FS7. I went through various ways to mount the top handle, so I also tried the Zacuto arm that allows you to, press a lever similar to the Vocus arm and adjust the elevation of the extension bar for the grip. And that was good, very adaptable as well, but it was sort of made the camera package a lot wider, whereas this one just feels nicer being tighter in to the camera. So a few people asked me why I don't just use like a wooden rosette grip or something other than this to mount on the side of the camera to hold. And I tried them for a while and they worked really well, particularly rosette, particularly wooden grips with a start-stop button. That was very good. But I kept coming back to the factory grip because it's got so many extra buttons for so many extra features. And being that I have a Mark I FS7, there's not a huge amount of customizable buttons on the side of it. Like there is more than a regular mirrorless camera, but having an extra three customizable buttons and a digital iris wheel on it, as well as the servo zoom rocker, just made it really useful to have all those extra customizable buttons. I've got one which punches in so I can check focus. I've got one which is a push auto iris, and then I've got one which turns everything black and white in case I need some like critical black and white to pull focus with. Also, if I'm using a servo zoom lens like the 18-110, I have the servo zoom rocker there. So it's just a bit more adaptable than a wooden grip or a bicycle grip on the side of the camera. So that's why I went with this one and used the SmallRig adapter to remove the arm. Just didn't particularly like the arm. Even the Zacuto arm, it was much better than the factory arm, but even still I liked having a more compact, smaller camera package. And this is also easier to quick release the side handle off if I need to. So that's my reasoning on why I chose to set up my grip like this. Hopefully it provides some insight while you're thinking about how you're going to set up your grip on your FS7 or FX9 or any other camera that you might want to have a remote grip or shoulder rig factory grip for. So that's just my thoughts. If you have any thoughts, drop them in a comment down below. Love to know your thoughts. I don't know everything in the world, so good to bounce off people in the industry. If you liked this video and liked that I was probably the only one on YouTube showing this actually in depth and the reasoning in depth, then go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe because I've got more videos coming out this year. Until next time, I'll see you then.